And we're back with 5 years later, this time episode 5. We're moving on with episode 5. It's been a few days since I watched the last episode, but it is 4 in the afternoon now, and I'm going to try and get all of these episodes done today. I might fail, I probably will, but we are going to try either way. We're going to try and finish this series tonight. For me anyway, it's not going to be for you, because you've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You've still got 6 more weeks of this show to go on YouTube and or Patreon, whichever one you're watching on. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So last episode was an episode all about the villains, or mainly Eon, to be accurate, because it was basically telling his story. I don't really remember much of his story from his episode in Ultimate Alien and Race Against Time. I don't really remember much of his story, so it was good to get a nice fleshed out version of it, even if it isn't really acknowledged by Man of Action or Cartoon Network, because this is fan-made content, but it is good fan-made content. So yeah, we have Eon, we have Vlad, who we've already had his story as well. Technus, not familiar with him because he's from Danny Phantom's universe. We had Dr. Animo, who I didn't even notice, and I didn't even realise that was Animo until the end when Eon said his name. And then we have someone called Zim as well. I don't know if he's from Danny Phantom or if he's from something else, because I don't know. I think reading somewhere in this show it was saying something like Zim's universe or something. I don't know. So maybe Zim is from something else. I'm not sure. So yeah, we're going to carry on with this and see where it goes. So let's just get into episode 5 of 5 years later, starting right now.
You should not be off post.
Would you rather be alone if a bad guy broke into the base? This is a better idea.
Are you sure? Commander Tennyson had us rehearse protocols in our own posts every day for months.
Okay, this is the Orion squad, isn't it?
It's a privilege to train under Ben 10 himself by respecting his orders.
I think if some creep tried to infiltrate us, we'd stand a much better chance of fighting together than spread out on our own. What if it was Albedo or Dr. Logic?
Or Vilgax.
Don't be dense. No one's had Vilgax in years.
Please tell me this is Vilgax.
Get ready,
Hey!
guys.
You can't say that!
Meet my students. Chirp, Lula, Gotro, Eve, and Crunch.
How was your mission, Commander?
Productive, but it's not over. What about a software breach, like a virus?
I don't know actually.
We've been hacked. We duplicated some files and corrected the originals. I can't tell what's missing. Lula, do you know what you've done?
You're always talking about how we're strongest when we're together, that teamwork is the only way to become a true hero.
This is different, Lula. We have protocols for a reason.
I just thought...
No, you didn't.
Ooh.
I should probably get going too. What's up with the jacket anyway?
Nostalgia's sake, this is the first time Kevin, Gwendolyn, Grandpa, and I have all been together in years.
Ooh.
I wore this back when we first formed the team.
Did you miss us?
Hey, Tennyson.
Who the hell is that?
You could dress as like a decent human being for once.
Look who's still scrawny in a jacket made for a child.
I missed you too, jackass.
I like the voice of Kevin.
Where's Grandpa?
He couldn't get the time off.
Danny Phantom, nice to meet you.
I'm Gwendolyn, Ben's cousin. This is Kevin. I can see you've met Zed.
We got this image off Ben's Omnitrix right before he escaped.
We sent a photo to our friend Jimmy Jones. He identified
Jimmy!
this flash as a temporal rift. Vlad must have phased into another dimension before you could interrogate him.
Cheater.
Vlad told me he spent years perfecting his power while I was retired. If he can do things like this...
Then we'll beat him. And we won't give up until
It's not
we
Vlad
do.
doing this.
Gwendolyn.
I got some temporal runes from Ledger Domain.
And I got my old null void projector too. If I can rig them all together...
We'd be able to find Vlad. You guys are good. How soon can we leave?
Okay, the squad is here. Well,
All set?
Oh, it's Ben. Okay, I thought it was Tetrax.
Instant
And it's Cooper!
Right, good to go, Commander. I'm promoting him to acting commander in my absence.
You got us a babysitter? This is because of earlier, isn't it?
I made it clear how important it was that this base is secure, and made it your responsibility while I was gone. Now, the enemy's been in our systems and could know anything that was on our files.
I was just doing what I thought was best for the team.
By not following protocol, not keeping watch on your assigned posts, specifically designed so every spot in the base is accounted for.
If I knew where the breach came from, I'm fast enough to run to wherever it was.
So why didn't you?
I don't know.
Well, maybe you're not as fast as you think you are.
Damn, Ben!
Look, what I meant was...
Is that what this is about? Some of us are stuck with our flaws. Be on my assigned post.
The squad looks to Lula for guidance, and they'll back her play because they trust her, even if it goes against all odds. That's what makes her authority dangerous. If she makes the wrong call, she could get her whole team killed. She cares too much about trying to prove herself to make a clear-minded decision.
Reminds me of some kid
I know, this is exactly how Ben used to be.
This is their most recent location.
Where are we now? A different universe?
Looks like it.
Guys, are you seeing this right now?
Zim's dimension, right then.
I'll be your backup. Kevin,
what the hell is
See if we
that?
can do something about that star.
Roger that.
Who the hell are you transforming into?
Perfect. Open the door.
What alien is that? And what's this form of Gwen's? Ah! I want more. Okay, this was an awesome episode. One thing that I wanted to learn about when we started the show and we heard about Ben teaching the Orion Squad, I wanted to meet the Orion Squad. I want to get a sense of their characters, and probably not got a sense of everyone just yet, but definitely got a sense of Lula. And we got a bit of how they work as a team, a little bit, kind of. We've not seen them in action yet, which I expect we will by the end of this. But yeah, it's exactly like Ben was saying. Like, they were trying to prove themselves, or at least Lula was trying to prove herself so much as a good leader, and as a result, it allowed Eon or whoever. It allowed someone to get into the. It would have been Zim's little robot, wouldn't it? Because that's what infiltrated the Plumber base. It allowed that to take some of their files. Ben wasn't too happy. What were the names again? Chirp, Lula, Gotro, Eve, and Crunch. Okay then. Love that Eve has a British accent. Represent the Brits, even though she's clearly alien. So we got the Orion Squad. We had them fuck up, and eventually they're gonna have to redeem themselves in the eyes of Ben. And yeah, I was very it shows how much Ben has grown as a character when he's talking about staying on protocol. Like, there's a reason we have these protocols, there's a reason you stay at your post so that nothing can happen, and not to, and like how Lula's like trying to prove herself so much that mistakes are happening. Kevin said it best, like, sounds just like a kid I used to know. That's exactly how Ben was, and it shows that he's learned from his mistakes because he's done stuff like what Lula has done before, and it's cost him. Like, mistakes have happened because he's done that. Eventually, the team are going to have to earn their stripes back. But we got Gwen and Kevin back as well. We got Gwen and Kevin back. New designs for both of them. Their voices are pretty good. Their voices are pretty good for how they sounded in Ultimate Alien and Alien Force. The voices for them are pretty good. Quite close. And apparently we've got this Zed character. Don't know who the hell that is. Maybe it's an Omniverse thing. It's probably an Omniverse thing. Max couldn't show up, unfortunately. Yeah, Max couldn't show up. I'm anticipating his triumphant return to this show. And it looks like Gwen and Kevin have managed to put together a way of following Eon's trail from every place that he's been. Because for a second then, when we saw them zipping through like the little parts where it was showing like, okay, this is where Eon saved Vlad, this is where Eon met Technus and Animo. I was quite worried then that we'd skip over the moment when they find out Eon's behind this, but that might happen next episode, because I need that reaction from Ben and even Gwen and Kevin that Eon is the one behind this. So yeah, using some runes from Ledge Domain and Kevin's null void projector, they were able to map out where to go to follow Eon's trail. Cooper is back as well. Cooper is back, and also, what was it? They mentioned Jimmy Jones in this episode as well. That is not a name I thought I would be hearing in this series. I did not think I would be hearing Jimmy Jones' name ever again. But you know what? It's good to know that he's still helping them out when he can, or when they need him. As well as Cooper as well. It's not exactly Chris Pratt's voice, but Cooper was back, and he's leaving him in charge of the base. What followed was a little argument between Lula and Ben. And once again, it's left off in a part where I want to keep going, and luckily I am, so yeah, we'll be heading right on to episode 6, but this was a great episode and I'm very happy. I'm very happy with what I got, but I want more, and that's why I'm heading on to more. So that's all we've got for this episode of 5 Years Later. Until next time, we are over and out. Bye!